you going to start the theme
Oh, yeah,
music
right.
or
Well,
what?
okay, fine. Yo, 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 yo. You are in the right place. The Pot Smoking Moms podcast. I am Sunny D, along with my homegirl, Captain J.
Hola, everybody.
Hey, man. We've been here for a minute. If you like us, if you've been here for a minute too, rate, subscribe, share our show, and just be friends with us, generally. We're on all the social medias, most of them anyways. Potsmokingmoms.com is the website. So you can find everything there. We're so glad you're here.
I'm ready to light this.
Yeah, I already started mine before because I had to go, but let's do it.
What do you have there?
It's called eye candy.
Oh, I almost got
from
that.
True Leaf.
I almost got it. Is
Yeah.
it good?
It's good. It's
Okay.
not like my
It's a hybrid,
favorite,
right?
but yeah, it's a hybrid.
Okay, I got some grape cream cake from Sunnyside, One Plant. And and we're doing J's today.
Oh, I know.
So you
no
don't guys
bubbles.
get to hear the gurgle of the
gurgle.
goggle
You guys
for the
just
bong.
get to hear the
lighter.
hacking cough of two middle-aged ladies lighting up joints on their podcast.
Middle-aged.
I know. Is that the first time? This is the first time I've referenced us as middle-aged. Considering we die at 80.
All right.
If you got them at home, light it up. It's a smoke sesh. It's a little different when you're a parent and 40.
It's much more, I don't know.
What?
You appreciate it more, I guess.
Yeah. Because it's either this or like putting up with your family.
Or going crazy. Well, we have a good show. This week, we're speaking to Melissa and Jesse of Reimagine Podcast. We were on their show. I hope you listened to our interview with them.
Yeah, if you want to hear all about us on their show, go check out Reimagine Podcast. But now they're on our show, so we're going to talk about them. It was fun. They got a lot going on. Jesse's
Very
a musician.
They do a lot.
Melissa's
Very creative.
got her own
couple.
comic book.
Between music, comics,
TV,
podcasts,
reality shows.
It's a lot.
Parenting, weed smoking.
Oh. So we're trying something new today. We're doing this. This is our first show that we're recording through Restreamio. Wait, is that what it's called?
Yeah, we're trying to up the production value of our show,
Yeah,
quite frankly.
for our patrons.
And show that we have been putting in the work.
So if you're a patron, you see a video version of this show. And so this is the first time we're doing the video version through Restreamio. We're adding a couple little
Pizzazz.
bells and whistles.
Yeah.
And
Fun little
pizzazz.
right, so that everybody who is not a patron, there
exactly.
you go. See
Jesse
that?
knows what's up.
It's a little pizzazz.
Thank you, Jesse. Jesse's here helping us learn the ropes, helping us produce this episode. If you've been a fan of us for a long time, I'm sure you met Jesse when we did the High Five talk show.
Game show. That was fun.
Game show, yeah. How long ago was that already?
Oh
Feels
my
like it's been a
God.
while.
It's been ages.
So yeah, become a patron so you can watch this.
Yes. Can't contribute to the show. That's fine. Rate, review, and share our podcast. I mean, look, even when you like our stuff on social media and you interact with it, that means a lot to us. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
Also,
we're shadow banned, so like unless you interact,
I mean,
like, it's hard to.
our
stuff is not getting pushed out.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And I mean,
all the interacting you can do is very helpful.
Yep.
So what's up? Anything new going on in your life? Your girls, you just had a birthday, right?
Yeah,
and
my
a COVID
kid,
scare.
I know. My oldest, yeah, we had someone come over and they had the COVIDs, but luckily we're good. Nothing happened. And I was like, fuck, because the prior week my kids were sick and I'm like, I don't need to go through this again. But my oldest turned 5, and she's getting big. And I just, I didn't do shit. I should have thrown a party, but like
You were going to do something.
I was going to do something, but nothing I don't know. I'm kind of at a point right now where I'm like, I can't wait to like be able to take them on vacations and stuff for their birthday instead of like always doing a party or something.
I feel like always doing a party is hard. Like, it's okay to have small celebrations with just family and just like a cake cutting get together and then do bigger parties maybe on milestone birthdays, like certain big ones, you know, like where you have a big party and have a lot of people over at that time.
And they're two, so I'm trying to do the 2-for-1 special too, where I throw a birthday party for both of them because, you know, times is tough. It's hard out here for a pimp.
Sure is.
What's up with you?
No, I have another TV suggestion. You know me. I love my shows. So Netflix people, watch How to Change Your Mind, the new docuseries on Netflix.
You know, I saw that pop up and I was like,
it's only 4 episodes. Each episode's about a different psychedelic. It's so cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It is interesting. It's psychedelics.
Yeah. How to Change Your Mind on psychedelics, basically. Nice. It talks about how psychedelics can help cure a lot of mental illnesses. They talked to this one guy where like shrooms cured his OCD. But they had like one episode on LSD, one episode on psilocybin, one episode on MDMA, and one on mescaline. Huh. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I will check it
and
out.
like whenever they do these like large doses of psychedelics for mental health treatments, they always do it like in a controlled environment and like it's a really relaxed setting. But they do a large dose and then they put like a blindfold on and headphones.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That sounds like crazy to me.
Like having to be locked into that.
But that's the whole idea, so that you go. It's introspective.
Right,
like you
right.
go in. You're not like out exploring the world. Because usually, anytime I've ever done shrooms or anything like that, it's like going outside and exploring and like watching things and like interacting, not like an introspective like look into yourself.
Yeah.
So like they describe their experiences. Scary. Yeah, they describe their experiences and all of them are really good.
Yeah.
And then how it helped them dramatically with whatever they were struggling in. There were people with PTSD, people with OCD, all sorts of things. It was really interesting. Check it out.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, guys, it's your favorite portion of the podcast.
News Nugs, where we get high and read the weed news to you. So we have an update for you on Brittany Griner's story going on over there in Russia. Brittany Griner's lawyers tell Russian court she has doctor's recommendation for medical cannabis. I don't think we've heard that mentioned at all.
No,
when we've covered this story before. WNBA star Brittany Griner's attorney submitted evidence that she has a recommendation to use medical marijuana as her trial in Russia on cannabis possession charges continues. Brittany Griner's trial on cannabis possession charges continued on Russia on Friday, with the WNBA star's attorneys telling the court that she has a doctor's recommendation for pot. Griner was arrested near the airport in February after customs reportedly found a vape in her in her luggage with less than a gram of cannabis oil. If she faces up to 10 years in prison. At a hearing on Friday, her defense team submitted evidence that could elicit leniency from the court, including documentation that she has a doctor's recommendation. The defense also submitted evidence that Griner has recently passed an anti-doping drug screening, which no prohibited substances found in her system.
The defense today provided written evidence, including character materials, medical documents, and tax returns. Griner's lawyer, Maria Blagovolina, told Reuters, among the medical documents is a doctor's note for the substance that Brittany Griner inadvertently left among her belongings when crossing the border, she said. Griner's lawyers also noted that the recommendation to use cannabis medicinally has been sanctioned by the state government in Arizona, where she is the star center for the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury. The attending physician gave Brittany recommendations for the use of medical cannabis. Blagovolina added, the permission was issued on behalf of the Arizona Department of Health.
Her trial began on July 1st in a courtroom in Kimiki, a suburb of Moscow where the airport is located. She pleaded guilty on July 7th to the charges and faces, although she told the court that she did not intend to commit the crime. That's the worst part, is that like she's saying that she didn't even know the vape was in her bag. Like, think about how easy that is to to like forget you have like a half
cart.
Yeah.
Used cart.
While Griner has already pleaded guilty, her trial continues as the court considers the circumstances of the alleged offense. In a statement after Griner entered her plea, her legal team said that it was the WNBA star's decision to plead guilty to the charges, adding that the move sets an example of being brave. She decided to take full responsibility for her actions as she knows that she is a role model for many people, the attorney said. Considering the nature of her case, the insignificant amount of the substance, and BG's personality and history of positive contributions to global and Russian sport, the defense hopes that the plea will be considered by the court as a mitigating factor and there will be no severe sentence.
On Thursday, some of Griner's teammates on the Russian basketball team said she plays for UMMC. Addressed the court as character witnesses. Team captain told the court that Griner is the heart of our team, according to a tweet from Moscow NPR correspondent Charles Maines, and said that fans in Russia adore her. After the hearing, Griner's attorney said that UMMC, a Katzenberg director, Maxim Ryabkov gave a positive description of Brittany Griner during his speech in court, noting her outstanding abilities as a player and personal contribution to strengthening the team spirit, which allowed the team to achieve the highest results in the Russian Basketball Premier League and in the international competitions for many years.
So her Russian like teammates and captains are like vouching for her.
Yeah.
So as we previously reported, Griner was wrongfully detained. The U.S. State Department has officially listed Griner as wrongfully detained, and the White House has said that President Biden is doing everything he can to secure her release from Russia. Media reports have speculated that the governments of the United States and Russia could eventually engineer a swap of prisoners, with the American authorities perhaps releasing Russian arms trader Viktor Bout, nicknamed the Merchant of Death, who is serving a 25-year sentence for conspiracy to kill U.S. citizens and providing assistance to terrorist organization. Holy shit. After Friday's hearing, U.S. Embassy charged affairs Elizabeth Rood commented on the support Griner has received during her trial. In the hearings yesterday and today, what became very clear is a tremendous amount of respect and admiration, both in the United States and here in Russia, where Ms. Griner has been playing basketball for 7 years, not only for her professional achievements, but for her character and integrity, she said outside the courthouse.
Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov, the senior Russian diplomat, has declined to comment on a potential prisoner swap, noting that until her trial concludes, there are no formal or procedural reasons to talk about any further steps. Ryabkov also warned that criticism from the United States, including Griner's status as wrongfully detained and negative comments about the Russian court system, makes it difficult to engage in detailed discussion of any possible exchanges. The next hearing in Griner's trial is scheduled for July 26. Her legal team has said that they expect the trial to conclude sometime in August, although her detention has been extended until December 20 by Russian authorities.
Jeez. So she's going to be there almost a year, at least.
Yep.
Wow. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that sucks.
For like a half, like...
I know, for a shitty,
with
stupid cart. For a dumb fucking piece of shit cart that she probably didn't even finish because it sucked balls. And now she gotta be fucking... I mean, it sucks that she has to go international to play to make money anyways.
And she's been going there for 7 years and never had issues before. Like, come on. Like, this is ridiculous that they're like going through all this for this. It's ridiculous. It really is. Our next story.
This shit's been going on forever, too.
Yeah, this has been a minute.
I mean, look, Brittany Griner, that shit's been going on for a second, but this, too, this is...
So, yeah, Biden says he's working on a bill to release cannabis inmates. President Biden, returning to Washington after a trip to the Middle East, told reporters that no one should be in prison for the use of marijuana. No shit.
Yeah, thanks for recognizing that.
Captain
Verbally.
Do something about it already.
Right.
President Joe Biden reiterated his belief that no one should be behind bars for using cannabis, saying Sunday that he is working on legislation to help fulfill that campaign promise. Biden, returning to Washington, D.C. following his 4-day trip to Israel and Saudi Arabia, made the comments to a gaggle of reporters gathered at the White House lawn. One reporter asked the president if he intended to honor his campaign pledge to release all the marijuana inmates in prison. I don't think there should. I don't think anyone should be in prison for the use of marijuana. That's how it reads, guys.
Yeah, what?
Biden said, according to a White House poll report, "We're working on the crime bill now."
The brief response represented Biden's most extensive and explicit comments on cannabis reform since his term began last year. But it was also something Biden has said previously, most notably on the campaign trail in 2020. While he has yet to embrace outright cannabis legalization, Biden has long spoken out against marijuana-related incarceration. In a memorable interview on The Breakfast Club in spring of 2020, Biden said that it makes no sense for people to go to jail for weed and explained why he supports decriminalization but not legalization. Because they're trying to find out whether or not there is any impact on the use of marijuana, not in leading you to other drugs, but what it affects. Does it affect long-term development of the brain? And we should wait until the studies are done, Biden said. I think science matters.
Comments like that, as well as Biden's refusal to support an end to the federal prohibition, have frustrated cannabis reform advocates as well as members of the president's own party. In November, 3 Democratic senators sent a letter to Biden urging to pardon all individuals convicted of nonviolent cannabis offenses, whether formerly or currently incarcerated. Our country's cannabis policies must be completely overhauled, but you have the power to act now. You can and should issue a blanket pardon for all nonviolent federal cannabis offenses, fulfilling your promises to the American people and transforming the lives of tens of thousands of Americans. The senators Elizabeth Warren, Ed Markey, and Jeff Merkley wrote in the letter. As a candidate for president, you argued that we should decriminalize marijuana and everyone with a marijuana record should be let out of jail. The records expunged, be completely zeroed out, they wrote. The first and simplest step in the process is a blanket pardon. The Constitution grants you the authority to pardon. What was happening over here?
Nothing, I'm just...
The Constitution grants you the authority to pardon broad classes of Americans to correct widespread injustice, as previous presidents have done.
In May, Biden commuted 75 individuals who were serving time for nonviolent drug offenses and issued 3 full pardons. There is robust support for cannabis legalization among Democrats on Capitol Hill, but that has not yet translated to policy reform. The Democratic-controlled House of Representatives passed the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act in April, a bill that would remove cannabis from the list of federal Controlled Substances Act.
Again.
I know, it's just so... After you've heard it so many times, it's like, oh my God, just do it already. But the bill has since stalled in the Senate, where Democratic leaders have said they intend to produce their cannabis reform bill.
And now we're going to talk about the other bill that they're doing over there. In April, Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader in the Senate, said that the caucus would release its marijuana legislation at some point before the congressional recess in August, pledging that the bill would also remove weed. I like that they used weed. Would also remove weed from the Controlled Substances Act. But there are growing indications that the legislation in the Senate will be far more scaled back than what Schumer had promised. Politico reported last month that Schumer doesn't have the votes to pass a sweeping marijuana decriminalization bill, despite repeatedly touting his support for ending federal prohibition, and that realization is leading Senate Democrats to look for a compromise on weed.
Can you pass this bill? Can you pass this fucking bill?
They're all like doing their own bills.
Yeah, exactly. That's why everybody got bills. Everybody got a lot of bills.
Everybody's got bills, and nobody's passing the fucking bills.
Oh man,
it gets passed in one house and not the other.
I feel like I should run for political office. Apparently, it's easier than one thinks.
You need a lot of money.
You know what though? Money is making this place suck.
But that's how you run for office.
I know,
you need
or
a shitload of money.
We just need to make a string of viral videos for our campaign, Vote. See, exactly. Vote for me. You know it.
Sunny D for president.
Yeah, we'll make sure all public bathrooms are clean.
Okay, no, not president. You got it. Let's do local. You're gonna go for Senate, like Florida Senate, or like representing Florida in DC Senate.
Representing, yeah, but I need to get in. I need to infiltrate the Senate because everything's
that's where
we're all right in the House of Reps. They keep passing that shit in the House. I gotta go to the motherfucking Senate.
That's where you gotta go. Okay, so Sunny D for Senate.
That's me. This is our favorite segment, only because we live here. I love you, Miami. Not because we love it here, just because we live.
Our favorite segment on Florida news. You know, Florida has the best stories. So, police find a whole lot of pot in a field in Davie. That's the name of the story, guys.
Yeah, and
Davie's like,
first of all,
15 minutes from your house.
Yeah, first of all, Davie is a jump, hop, and a skip away from my crib. And then
you used to go to the True Leaf, Davie.
Oh no,
Dania.
Davie's a little different. Davie's a little in the opposite direction, but. There's a lot of nurseries.
It's more west.
There's a lot of ranches, nurseries. That's why I feel like
look at these pictures of these cops. But I'm like, plants.
God damn, why didn't I know?
Look at the cheesing. They posted this on their social media. So Davie, Florida, a tip to police led officers to find an illegal marijuana farm in Davie.
A tip.
Davie police posted pictures of the drug discovery on social media. Officers said they found 15 large pot plants growing in a field in West Davie last week. Davie police says that if you are missing your marijuana plants, you should give them a call. So lame. Growing marijuana in Florida is a third-degree felony, which carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison.
Look at that. You could grow marijuana in Florida and get less of a sentence than a stupid vape cartridge will get you in Russia.
Yeah.
Look at that. 5 years.
5 years for growing weed. It should be no years.
Yeah.
It's a fucking plant.
Exactly. Why can't black farmers get medical marijuana licenses in Florida? Exorbitant fees and residual racism, many say, is our next story. Since 2016, the Florida legislature, through the Florida Department of Health, we're back on track, has issued more than 24 medical marijuana licenses for farmers looking to enter the MMJ industry. However, black farmers are still waiting for their licenses to be issued as regulated by the Florida legislature. Having licenses is known to generate increased revenue for licensees, but it seems that in Florida there are a few who count on this benefit. A situation that frustrates black farmers who would like to participate in the cannabis industry. The license should have been released going on 6 years ago, where a lot of the white farmers are now 150 million to 175 million ahead of the game versus black farmers that have to start over at zero and are behind the ball again. And the medical marijuana industry, said Raymond Worthen, co-founder and president of Orlando-based Zion Infinite Farms, which applied for a license years ago. It's unfortunate.
Why? I don't understand why it's taking so long. In contrast, several cannabis growers gained considerable market share within Florida's $1.2 billion medical marijuana treatment center industry, which is poised to hit $2 billion in annual sales by 2025. The 14 active MMTC license holders operate 347 dispensaries with 3 True Leaf, Certera, Curaleaf controlling more than 2/3 of the market, reads a report published in June of 2021. According to the Health Department's Office of Medical Marijuana Use, the top 6 medical marijuana treatment centers account for nearly 90% of all sales. In addition, there are 22 licensed treatment centers. Laws are too narrowly focused for us to get into the business, with the seed-to-sell vertically integrated business requirement as one of the big ones, said John Allen, a black farmer and president of FTG Development, Inc., a licensed nursery in Cape Coral for over 38 years and an applicant for a Florida medical marijuana treatment license.
Is this impediment related to financial hurdles? That $146,000 tag application fee. Holy shit.
The application to just get the license is
$146,000. Is also just a fraction of the total costs. So, I mean, I can't even imagine, like, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Said Roz McCarthy, a director of minorities for medical marijuana in Orlando. Attorney fees, hiring technical writers and consultants, along with sourcing real estate for cultivation, processing, and dispensing locations could run applicants at least $500,000.
Yeah, remember Jody was telling us how expensive it is to try it.
Yeah. That's why a lot of these people go in with too many partners, because it's like you have to have all this capital.
However, since farmers have raised their voices and pointed out the unfair and discriminatory treatment, Florida Health Department officials opened a new round of applications. Although the application frame last March was only open to Pigford black farmer litigants, black farmers in Florida who were part of the Pigford versus Glickman USDA are too old to be back in business. In addition, they lack financial resources or have died before the licenses could be issued. Additionally, the license holder would have to compete against multi-state giants like True Leaf Cannabis Corp.
John Allen is one of the 12 black farmers who applied for licenses and is waiting for the Florida legislature to provide them with information and good news to continue advancing their business.
Florida needs to do better. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
this vertical integration garbage.
It's only for the big dogs.
How do they not have exceptions for social equity programs? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be incorporated when the bills are being passed. Unfortunately, that's why, like, going forward, if we want to do recreational here, we want to pass a bill that allows us to grow plants and doesn't put restraints, because it just creates more reason for them to be all up in your business and just trying to find any which way to incarcerate people. Yeah, whatever. This place fucking sucks. Florida's like
I don't know. It feels like there's licenses designated for them, but they haven't done the process of giving them out.
Yeah, and whatever gets caught up in the process, you know how everybody, whatever, there's different excuses for different things, but mostly probably racism here in this point. I mean, it took us a long time to get here anyways, but it's still, it's just, ingrained in the fabric. So we just got to keep fighting for them to do the things the right way and make sure they include the community that they fucked up when they were, when the war against drugs started happening. I can never intro from like a serious topic to like fun interview. We had a really fun time interviewing with Melissa and Jesse. We were on their podcast, and then we asked them to be on our podcast. We talked about a lot of things, including TV reality shows.
Yeah, Melissa was on Naked and Afraid, guys. She was like on it. So
yeah, just the concept of that, to me, is mind-blowing. Of that show where they just drop you somewhere naked and you got to survive for like, what did she say, a month?
I think it was like 20-something days.
Yeah.
27 days or something.
Fucking wild. And Jesse even serenaded us at one point.
Yeah,
gave us
right.
a nice look into his latest single. So guys, we really hope you enjoy this interview.
I am so excited to be hanging out with you guys again. I've been dying to do this again since we last hung out.
The tables have turned.
I know. I'm so excited.
We've been looking forward to this for weeks.
Yeah, and it's cool because now we're coming into your studio space.
Yeah.
Last time you guys were separate, and I didn't see you guys together, and now look at you.
I know.
We got the duo chemistry going on here.
Exactly.
We're in two rooms. You're in one and we're in the other.
I gotta know on when we were on your show, you said you were in the running to possibly be on a reality show. Did you get the
Yes.
answer? Are you guys going to be on
Okay.
it?
So we do not know yet because it's taking them a month to put everything together. So basically, they have to put the teams together. They have to put the locations together before they're giving all the information to the candidates.
Producer.
Yeah,
And
to the candidates.
the producer loved us.
Yes.
And the casting directors loved us.
Mhm.
And we're just waiting for the executive producer to make that final call.
Yeah.
And
God,
then
it's the nerve wracking just
It's
to
so
waiting for that
nerve-wracking.
shit.
Yeah.
Just waiting and waiting.
it's the wait, it kills you.
But you were
So-
supposed to know by now, right? It was supposed
No,
to be
it's the middle of July.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
we
we're
have
almost
like
there.
one more week.
almost
So-
there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even if we did know, we still couldn't like talk over details about it just because we
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
NDAs and
Yeah.
stuff.
Exactly.
But
It's really cool.
it's really stinking cool. And if we get on this show, just know that if you follow us
Yeah.
after this,
Yeah.
we'll be promoting the crap out of it
Yeah.
before it happens. So you'll see exactly what we're talking about. But it's
And
really cool.
we'll have all of that on our Patreon too, for all of our Patreon. But the one thing I can say about it is it'll be an entire season. So it's not just one episode.
Oh, yeah, because
So lots of
Jesse,
screen
you've
time.
never done any reality show before, but
No.
Melissa, you have. You
Yes.
shared with us when we were on your show that you were on
Yes.
Naked and Afraid, which is a show I've definitely seen before.
Yeah.
I have it here on my notes. Season 7,
Ooh.
episode 8.
I saw a little bit of it.
I wanted
Yeah.
to see your episode, but I haven't had a chance to see it yet. But I have it here. I'm going to definitely
Okay.
watch it. How was that experience?
Oh my gosh. Experience is a light word for that show. I just have to put that out there. It was actually really life-changing for me. I would say overall life-changing, because I was put in a situation where I was really terrified of everything. I was terrified of spiders this freaking huge, like crawling everywhere, tree frogs that will kill you. because
What was the
they're poisonous.
location of your drop where you guys were dropped?
it
And
was
can you give a
Panama.
little background of what Naked and Afraid is for any listeners that may have never heard of the show?
Yeah, for sure. So Naked and Afraid is a reality show on Discovery Channel. And it is basically a man and a woman who's never met before, and they get dropped off at a remote location somewhere in the world that is not desirable, and it's remote out in the middle of nowhere. So you don't have any clothes, no shelter, no food, no water. You have to source all of this yourself. Now you're given 2 items. Your items is what you choose. So you take your items out, and that's the only thing you have besides a map. So you have a map, and you have to decide where your base is, how you're going to do your shelter, what food you're going to find, how you're going to find water. And the
While
whole
naked.
entire yes, all
Jesus
naked.
Christ, that sounds stressful.
It's so crazy.
So,
But you
okay,
know
what
It-
was your drop location? Like, where were you, and what were the 2 items that you brought?
Okay, so I was dropped in Panama. So I was
Ooh.
in the Darien Gap, like in the Darien jungle, which is in between Panama and Colombia. So I was kind of like right in the middle of that. And I actually took 4 items, and then the producer chooses one from me and one from my partner. So my 4 items was a cooking pot, a machete, a fire starter, and a magnifying glass. Because I was thinking, I'm going to be in, Panama. It's really hot. I can use that and start a fire.
Right.
Nope. I was in the middle of the jungle. It was overgrown. I did not see the sunshine for 21 days. It was freaking crazy.
And
Wow.
and that's how long you're there for 21 days.
21 days. You have to survive with no clothes, no anything for 21
What?
days.
And you get 1 episode out of 21 days. They skip
Yeah.
1 episode. What
It's
the hell?
crazy.
Yeah,
So
they
my
summarize.
item that I actually took, that they chose was the cooking pot, which I was really excited about because you can do a lot with that: catch water, boil water, cook your food, and all that. They did give us a machete, and they chose a fire starter for my partner. So those were we had 3 items actually.
Those
It
are
was a
some
really
good
harsh
items.
Location.
Yeah, those are good items to
The
have.
fire starter didn't help because our partner was an idiot and didn't know how to use it right and broke it and then threw it
Which-
in the woods.
Which is
had
surprising
such
because
a
you said he's a
temper.
Marine, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to get like survival school training and basic and stuff.
Well,
Yeah, he was okay. Everything goes back to mindset.
Jesse's face, for
Mindset.
those that you can see this.
Yeah.
For our patrons that can see this.
Yeah.
So it's really mind, right? It's your mind that makes everything, makes or breaks you. So if he went into it with a mindset that wasn't 100% like, oh, I'm on vacation. This is like chill. Like, this is cool. But I went into it going, you know what? This is going to be hard as fuck. Like, this is going to be hard. And I went into it with that mentality, and I went into it with the mentality that I am not giving up. Like, this is what I'm doing. No tapping out for me at all. If you go into a mindset where this is a cakewalk and it's not, then your mind is going to take over and you're just going to be doomed.
I mean, it's like being prepared, like
Right.
a lot of times you kind of, and I'm guilty. I'm winging it, and you just go, oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna wing it. And then you go through it and you're like, man, I'm a bonehead. I should have prepared for that.
Now in the show, they usually drop you in a spot, right? You meet with your partner, and then to leave, you got to get to another location, right?
Yes. Well, you have to figure out where you want your location to be. So you basically look at this map, and it tells you where all of the predators are roaming around, where your water sources are, what's in different areas. So it'll tell you if there's like a little rabbit or a squirrel or whatever in an area, that there's decent amount of trails and food. So they at least give you that. But your map is literally just trees and with a water and animals. So you have to figure it out. There's no trails, there's no roads, there's no streets, nothing.
There's no weed.
There's no weed.
Sure, weed would have been handy out there.
I was close to Colombia, though. You never know who was walking through.
I'm sure there was weed not that far away.
Probably getting a contact high somewhere. But yeah, overall, I take the experience as I came back with the realization that I can do anything, that I am so much stronger than I knew going into the show. And I came out of it saying to myself that I can do whatever I want to do in the world, and there's no limits. If I can do this, I can do anything.
Yeah,
Your mind is so powerful.
For
21
real.
days in the middle of the jungle with no clothes and very minimal resources.
America would have seen me melt down.
Yeah, you would have tapped out.
Immediately
no.
I would immediately know. I would have been like, oh, what? No TV? No weed? I got to go back, guys.
No phone. What?
And then, like, how many crew members are actually there with you? Like a cameraman? Like, how many people are actually there? I know they're not supposed to interfere at all. They're just there to record. They only interfere if there's like an emergency.
Right.
But so how many people are actually there?
It's very small. It's a very small set. So you have your camera. Typically you might have two, because I'll go off and do my thing and my partner might go off and do their thing. So there's typically two camera crew, sound, and then you only have the producer, and a medic is with you at first, but then not towards the end. You only see them in the morning and at night. And they do vitals every single day. They check your vitals in the morning, check your vitals at night, make sure everything is okay.
Makes sense. I mean, they gotta make sure you're safe in the end.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
shit.
So it's a very small set. And also, I do have to say this because I really appreciated it. They do not drink water in front of you, and they do not eat anything in front of you.
That's good, because that's messed up. Yeah. That would be messed up.
Right. But they would come back and I'm like, is that Cheetos?
Know they
what
had
you got?
sustenance.
Like, I smell your breath. I know you.
Is that weed on your breath?
What'd you have for lunch?
I bet they were smoking weed too, and Pammer
They
people.
had to be.
Oh, yeah.
They're in Panama.
For real.
Well,
right.
yeah. It's
So,
crazy.
Jesse, do you think you're up for it? If you guys get picked for this show, you think you can handle being?
I do. And the cool thing about the show that we are going out for, it is a partnership between the two of us. And one thing that I know is that together we are a pretty fierce force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
We literally are just, we say things that we want them to happen, and they just happen. And this is how our life is going. Like we manifest everything that we want, and we go
Hardcore
after things
believers and-
hard. We're just going after stuff.
Yep.
And we are not afraid to get dirty, get our hands, dirty and rough, and do the hard stuff. And so like, I have no doubt that we will kick ass unbelievable on whatever show we will be on.
And it's really cool because whatever skill set I don't have, Jesse has. And whatever he's lacking, I have. So we really make a perfect team in a lot of things that we do in life. And so I know that this is just another challenge that we can get through as a couple.
Absolutely. And you guys are parents, so that's a huge thing to overcome.
That's
like
the ultimate team right there. Teamwork there.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest part about thinking about doing a show like this, because we would be gone for a very lengthy amount of time.
Yeah.
But luckily, the kid's mother is very, really great. Actually, we had an amazing conversation, and she was super supportive. And big props out to her. Thank you so much again for as supportive as you've been. And like, she was like, yes, this is good for the kids. This is good for us. Like, everybody.
It's good
like,
for the family. It's good for everyone.
Yeah.
So very understanding, and is willing to do what needs to be done for us to accomplish this.
Absolutely. And you guys also have a podcast that we were on. If any of you listening,
our listeners haven't heard
that.
us on a podcast yet, make sure you listen to Reimagine Success.
And that's another thing you guys gotta go
lighting up success.
You gotta go into it as a team. And can you tell our audience a little bit about your podcast and what you guys talk about?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's really cool because, like you said, we do it as a team. And when we first got together, we've been trying to think about what, we're both creative people. I'm a musician. She's an actress. Like, what can we do that like really gets us doing something together?
Yeah. So we were talking about like a YouTube channel, like we should do YouTube videos. It was just so hard with the kids trying to get them to do acting.
Our kids are not skilled at doing YouTube videos.
They are just so crazy in front of the camera.
What they think is entertaining is not at all.
Not to us, to them, not to us.
They're no Ryan's World, kid, like ready to make millions of dollars.
So, we were thinking, like, what can we do?
And then all of a sudden, Facebook reaches out to Melissa and says, hey, we want you to beta test a new audio room thing that they were doing.
Yeah.
So
this was before audio rooms launched for Facebook.
So that she had to do like an hour a week, or not even an hour. It was just like a live audio room per week for 4 weeks. And we decided to start interviewing people and getting their stories and just talking about success. And we just doing it with some friends. And
there was no name for it at this point. It was,
I actually only got to be a part of one of those episodes because I had a day or a night job that was taking me away every time we had to do one. So she gets done with that, and then we're like, well, what if we did a podcast? Like, this seems like the universe is telling us that we should probably do a podcast because we really enjoy doing it.
And it was really weird because it just so happened that I had to set up a date and a time with Facebook, and they were actually on the call every single time that I did the podcast, which was really cool because I was like, oh, there's Facebook, gotta not say, So Facebook was on, and it just so happened I chose Thursday, and that's just where we kept going with it. So when we decided to do the podcast together, we were coming up with a name, and we were like, success. And we were like, we really want people to change the way they see success. So that's how we came up with Reimagine Success.
Yeah. Yeah. We wanted to let people know that it's not about what's in your driveway or what kind of house you've got or what's in your bank account. Like, quit looking at your neighbors, quit looking at people on Instagram and thinking that you're not successful. Every single day we celebrate something. Yeah. There's something in our lives that's good that's happening. It could be minuscule. It could be that we saw the blue jay outside today because it's so freaking cute. Or
the deer. We have a deer. We have a deer. A little doe, and she's very young, and she walks through our yard
all the time.
Like all the time, morning and night, just prancing along.
Or we gained a new podcast client, like that's a bigger success. But no matter what, we're celebrating success every single day. And we want to tell other people, hey, it's okay to stop and recognize that you're having successes every single day and celebrate those, and really take a minute to experience what's happening in your life instead of just brushing past it every single moment and like not paying attention and missing all the good stuff that's actually happening in your life.
Yeah. And that's what we encourage our listeners every single week to do and share their success with us. So you guys, what's your success that you want to share with us right now?
Well, we're starting a new season.
Yeah.
We're possibly going to be collaborating with a new brand that we're really excited about.
Yeah.
And doing more public events. So we have a lot to celebrate.
Yeah.
Dee's been working hard trying to make those connects.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yes. Definitely something to light up about. But that's really, it's good that you guys take a look at that, because a lot of times we like you said, we brush past any little success, rather than just kind of trying to celebrate it for what it is, and having that kind of be a little mood boost for us, because we need lots of mood boosts these days.
You need to celebrate all the little steps getting to that.
Yes.
That goal that you're reaching. Every little thing you do leading up to that, you got to show that gratitude and realize the work that you put in to really gain.
And that, and that's on manifestation too.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's on manifestation, because what you get, or how you get, like what you get at the end is never what you start with, you know?
Right.
You have a dream and you do things to get to a certain goal, but it's not going to be the same way you first envisioned it.
No.
Yeah, it changes constantly. We have a goal. Well, we have like 5 goal boards all over our office, and our boards are changing every single day. And if they're not, there's something wrong. Like if you're not constantly updating that and changing it, marking stuff off, crossing stuff off, keeping, getting your goals higher and higher and bigger, because not because that's where you should be, just because it's something that equals growth. And everything that you do in life equals growth and equals opportunity. Like we really want to grow our community. It's a big thing for us. We want a network and a community where we collaborate with each other and we help each other and we lift each other up constantly, which is, what our big focus is on. And every single day, if you're lifting up someone and you're helping someone and you're living with gratitude, then you're only going to get stronger and better.
Yeah, it's been really cool too, because like you were saying, that the dreams and the goals, they change. So our company that we have is called Creative Global Entertainment. Melissa started this company back when she was in LA years and years ago, and back then it was a completely different thing. It was more like product placement.
It was product placement, marketing, and experiential marketing.
And so now fast forward to
COVID happened right in 2020, and my entire everything, all of my client base was experiential marketing. So it was all event based, concert based, sporting events, that kind of thing. And I grew it up. I was working with Delta. I was working with Coca-Cola, McDonald's. I did a McDonald's tour all through like New England, all the way from Maine, all down to New York, Rhode Island. So I was working with really big clients and COVID hit. So everything stopped, everything shut down, and it never really came back. So the experiential side is coming back, but not necessarily for my clients. Like Coca-Cola and Delta have not started in with experiential events yet. The smaller clients are T-Mobile. I just worked with them not long ago, but it goes all, sorry, I'm rambling because, a little high, but anyway, it all goes to where we are today, which we're able to rebrand doing this podcast. So doing podcasting, we're able to take that and help not only our community, but the world. And to me, that's just really exciting.
Yeah. So now we have a bunch of different avenues with it. So my music is now under Creative Global Entertainment Music, and her comic book is under Creative Global Publishing. And then our podcast and the other podcasts that we produce are under Creative Global Podcasting. Yeah. And so we're building this community, and we've also got an author that is joined in with us as well.
He's Dan McMillan. Sorry, I got to give him a shout out. Yes. He's amazing. He is one of the best sci-fi writers, I'm telling you, that I've ever worked with. And I just am so impressed with him every single day. I just have to say that he is one of the Amazon. He's on the top sellers on Amazon. Go check his work out, Dan McMillan. And anyway, so keep going.
And so he's going to be publishing under Creative Global Publishing, along with Deadly Crimson, her comic book under Deadly Global, under Creative Global Publishing. So like we're kind of building this network and empire for not just for us though, because we're test driving everything with our own things and pushing them to the limits. And then we're going to bring other people in that are wanting to do the same things that we're doing and help them to grow theirs the way that we grow ours. And we just have these big, huge dreams and goals, and we're just going after them, like I said, with everything we've got.
And you said you did music. What kind of music do you do, Jesse?
I do alternative indie kind of rock music that has a very positive flair.
Oh yeah.
So my music, it's kind of anti-establishment and anti where this world is headed right now.
It's like his latest album is Taking Control, which is taking control of your life, taking control of your world, taking control of your universe,
your relationships, everything. Like you have to stop being sheep, and you have to wake up and realize that there's more to living life than working a freaking 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And coming home and crashing on the couch after watching too much TV,
or coming home and slaving over dinner and taking care of everything.
Yeah, like you can't just keep living this way, and people have to wake the fuck up. I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry. But
you want people to wake the fuck up.
Yeah, you're passionate about that. You have to check if everybody's paying attention.
Yes, I love that.
That's our goal. We just want everybody to be better humans.
Yeah, just be
and
better.
And that's what
humans.
Reimagine Success is all about.
Yeah. Like, just stop being crap humans. You could do better.
We could all do better together.
Unfortunately, I feel like the really crappy humans are the ones who are just walking around oblivious to self-awareness. And even if they try to
it's getting easier every day to really recognize who those crappy humans are and cutting them out.
Yep.
And we're banding together to hopefully drown out those people.
Yeah.
I got a song about that too.
I wish you could sing it right now. What a good segue it would have been if you would have like do 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 do.
My bridges. No. But it says.
I don't want to put you on the spot though. Do people ever do that to you? Or you're like, when I did stand-up comedy, people would do it to me all the time, and it would bother the fuck out of me. Yeah. Would tell me the joke. They'd be like, "Hey, you're a singer? Why don't you sing us a song, singer?"
He did on an interview. He did on an interview, and the guy put him on spot, like while he was videoing. Jesse's like, "All right," and just
I sang a cappella there.
Just jump right into it.
Good.
Yeah,
it was a rap magazine's interview. And I was on it. It was at that 420 Fest.
And Jesse was like,
I was the only white performer. And,
my money don't jiggle. It folds.
And so I was the first indie rocker that they've ever had on their show.
Oh,
cool. It was really cool. So he did it right on this. So he could do it right now.
Nah, we're not gonna make you do that.
Unless you want to.
Yeah, I mean unless you really want to, I'm not gonna stop you there.
If I go and grab a guitar, I'll do a little bit.
Do it.
If you
talk
man,
amongst yourselves.
Okay.
All right.
This is gonna be extra content for our patrons.
Yeah.
Extra content for our patrons.
Yeah, we'll keep this on just for the close. We'll give them a little taste and then say, "Hey, you gotta go over."
So our fireplace is on this wall. So our podcast station is kind of like at the end of our office, so that's why you saw him kind of
go
under and out that way.
Yeah, man, gotta do what you gotta do to set up your space, bro.
Right. So our space is really cool because I have I'm going to switch really fast.
And you guys just moved there too.
Yes. And it's really cool because we have sections. So Jesse has his music section. I have my station, which is Deadly Crimson. And then we have our podcasting station, which is really nice.
That's nice to have space for.
I'm just going to turn this like this.
All right.
Yes. Pick it up with the mic. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Is it peeking out too much?
Hey, you got your Deadly Crimson poster in the background there, Melissa. Nice.
That's my office.
All right, so this is, I'm just going to do the chorus of that song, okay? And it goes like this. Burn my bridges to the ground, 'cause I don't like who I am when you're around, when you're around, when you're around me. I burn my bridges to the ground, 'cause I don't like who I am when you're around, when you're around, when you're around me. Oh.
Nice. Very good. That's a good song. I recently cut some toxic people out of my life. That song is right on.
Yeah, because are we going to switch mics?
We'll just stay where we're at.
All right. Here we go. So because it's
seamless.
All about hey, that's how we do it. So it's all about burning bridges, which we all have to do and we all have to think about, even though it's really hard and it can be scary and it can be difficult.
Yeah.
But if you do, it is so much better without toxic in your life.
Mm-hmm. And like the song says, I don't like who I am when you're around me.
Right.
Because a lot of people will change you. A lot of people will make you be something that you don't want to be and like act the way that you don't want to act. Because let's face it, we're all weak. We're all humans. We're going to cave to whatever we are placing ourselves around all the time.
Right.
So if you cave to that too much, then just get rid of it.
Yep.
Just take it away and don't worry about it and get it out of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? And there's a time and a place for everything. And sometimes you just have to like let go. And it doesn't mean that you can't grieve what you're letting go of. But at the same time, like it's better for you and better for that other person. Really, at the end of the day, if they make you become someone you don't like, why would you even want to put them in that position too?
Toxic for them too.
Right.
Yeah. So, that's why I love Jesse's new album, because it's all about making positive changes in your life.
What's the name of your album again?
It's called Taking Control.
Taking Control.
And then I've got a single out right now called Not Alone. And then I'm dropping another single on July 9th. I don't know when this episode is airing, but if it's after July 9th, then...
yes, it'll be after July 9th.
We'll link you.
My brand new single, Breathe, is out. So if you haven't heard it yet, go stream it right now. Breathe is a really, really like encouraging song that just tells people like, don't quit. Just stop, take a breath.
Yeah.
When things get hard, like stop and breathe and just focus. Because if you give up on your dreams, then you'll regret it. So just keep going, keep fighting for that. And just stop and take a breath.
Yeah, take a social media break too. Probably.
Yes.
Go outside, breathe some fresh air.
Melissa,
this is what I wanted to ask, because last time when we were on your podcast, you said you were going to tell us the crazy edible story.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You said you had a crazy edible story.
Oh, it's time for the edible story of the podcast. Okay.
Yeah, light that up for this story. Damn, I should have.
It is a great story, actually. Okay, I don't want to hype it up too much before I start, but I got invited to San Diego Comic-Con last year as a professional for Deadly Crimson and Creative Global Entertainment. So I went to Comic-Con. Jesse came out there. So we're in San Diego.
First time.
That is amazing. Yeah. I've always wanted to go to Comic-Con in San Diego.
You
that
should.
Is
you should.
insane.
It's next week. Next week is
I
Comic-Con.
wish.
Oh, it's
Isn't
crazy.
it hard? Don't you have to get like on a waiting list or something? Like,
yeah, you have to be on a waiting list, and tickets are very expensive per day. It's like a lottery. It's like a lottery system. So it's very random.
So you got invited because of your comic.
Yes. So I've been, this is the 4th year that I've gone, and as a professional, so I'm very excited. But last year they had a special Comic-Con, like a mini Comic-Con, and I got invited. So I went, and we are in San Diego. You can buy legally in San Diego. And so we're actually staying at a hostel, because when San Diego Comic-Con happens, prices shoot up. It's like $800 a night to stay at just a cheap hotel.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So every single year that I go, I always stay at a hostel. It's really fun. People are all over the world. It's a really cool environment. They always have like games that they're doing, and you just meet a lot of people. I normally always go by myself. So, it's always nice for me to bond with friends and make friends. So this year we stayed at a hostel, and we ended up, it was on Thanksgiving. So it was Thanksgiving Day. We rolled into town, and Jesse's like, woo, I can buy edible. I can buy weed.
Can buy anything weed here.
Yeah, anything.
So ordered some pre-rolls.
Some good shit too.
Yeah, it was like pre-rolls that were dipped in wax too.
Yeah.
So they were like real good.
Yeah.
And
but it was going to take a while because it was Thanksgiving, and they were like, we're not going to open up until tonight to let our staff be with their family. So we're like, okay, no big deal. So we waited until that evening, and somebody pulls up in their car, and they have this bag, and we meet them on the corner, like, okay, this is normal,
Cash app him and
cash
my
app
bag of weed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So whatever,
This is so cool.
This is what happened. It was really cool. So we go inside, and we open the bag up, and there's everything that Jesse ordered. The pre-rolls were all there with wax, all that stuff, and there were also 2 lottery tickets and a little clear bag of gummies, and we're like,
how many gummies?
2.
Damn, nothing on it, just 2 gummies.
You don't know what the dosage is. Doesn't say nothing on the package. Just like, hey, here's 2 gummies
in a clear sleeve. In a clear sleeve. So we're like, okay, did he accidentally put his stuff in our bag? Like, what's going on? So we scratched the lottery tickets, because that's what you do when you get lottery tickets.
One of them got $1.
Hey.
So hey.
And then we hung on to the gummies for a couple of days because we weren't ready for that yet. It's just Thursday, Thanksgiving. And
actually it was Friday night. So it was like the next night.
Plus, they're like surprise gummies. You don't really know.
Thanksgiving was on Thursday, and then Friday we
what?
Did the gummies.
Yes. Yeah.
So we waited one day.
Yeah, we waited till the next day to do the gummies.
Yeah.
So we were like, I guess it's nice as good a night to do it. Our hostel was having an event. We were going to go hang out. They were like playing beer pong games.
And
it was a fun little get together with everybody. And the people there were super cool. We were having a blast with them.
Yeah, all over the world. Yeah. Like, just really cool.
And so we're like, we'll probably just take the gummies.
Yeah.
And so
I went to go, and I was like, hey, should we only do half of it? And then Jesse had already popped it in his mouth.
I already had
and I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this down the hole.
Down that.
So we go down to the party, and
everything's great.
Yeah.
We're having fun,
playing some beer pong, doing pretty well. Yeah. And then she starts.
I was like, feeling everything in the world, not just the room right now, everything in the world. I was like, I gotta go upstairs. So I told Jesse, I was like, it's okay if you want to stay. I totally get it, but I gotta go upstairs right now.
And of course, I'm not just gonna stay at this party without her and let her go upstairs when she's not feeling right. So I'm like, no, I'm going upstairs with you, of course. Yeah. So we were
on the 3rd floor.
So, 3rd floor. So up 2 and another 2.
So it's like a round kind of staircase,
big,
kind of thing.
Steep stairs, old buildings,
real wide,
real tall and old.
No elevator.
No elevator.
Oh,
yeah.
So
you look winded already.
I'm
Jay.
like, does not sound good. Go.
So halfway up the stairs, I'm like,
he's starting to feel everything.
You're starting to feel it now. Oh my god!
Like it's starting to hit.
All right. So we get in the room, and we're like, all right, we can do this. Right. We can do this. So we kind of put on some calming music so we don't hear the party that's going on downstairs.
It was so loud.
It was so loud, and it was so much energy. And it was also a Friday night. So it was like all the energy of San Diego, and there's like all these clubs around.
It's a big party night.
And we're right in the middle of it. If you walk outside of our hotel, then it's like literally restaurant, club, bar, right outside.
Oh, man.
And she's big time empath, so she feels like energy all the time.
Yeah, all the time. So I was just feeling like this party, chaotic, just energy going on. So I was like, I got to overcome at least the music, So we turned a meditation on really loud, and then I was like, okay, I have have to pee. And the bathrooms are like down the hall. And so they're like
communal bathrooms.
So it's like little stalls.
So you have to see people in there.
Yeah, there's like little stalls everywhere. So I go in the stall and I'm like, no one's in here. Okay, we're good. So I go in the stall and I'm sitting there, and then I'm just sitting there.
And so I'm still in the room at this time, and I'm like, man, Melissa's really been gone a while. Yeah. Or am I just high? Has it really been a while? I think it's been a while. I wonder if she's okay. You know what? She's probably fine, but she has been gone a while. Should I check on her? She's probably fine. I should. She's been gone a while. I should check on her. All right, I'm going to go check on her. Here I go.
Still not moving.
All right. I'm really going now. Okay. So I get to the bathroom and I look around. Nobody's really around. So I'm like, okay,
there's only one door closed.
Yep. I go, Melissa.
And I go, yes.
Are you okay?
No.
Do you want me to come in there?
Yes.
So I go in, open the door, close it behind me. It was like, you having trouble peeing?
I'm like, yes. I was like, can you just hold me?
I held her hands while she peed.
And then I was like, thank goodness. I could not pee. I don't know why. I was just sitting in this stall, and it was like, I was in there for like a really long time, and I just kind of got stuck. And then I was like, oh, now I can't pee. Like, and then I kept thinking about peeing, and then I just couldn't. And it just kept going and going and going. So then finally, when Jesse came in there, I was like, oh, good. Thank goodness. Because it kind of distracted me, and I was able to like refocus and
just relax and pee.
Yeah, exactly.
You need a little support.
It's so funny. It's so funny when you're, because I guess when I was in there, I was still feeling all the energy because the party was still going on. I heard the noise. So I just felt all the energy. So then my focus, I guess, was going like trying to calm the energy that was around me down. So then therefore I couldn't focus on peeing. So when Jesse came in, he kind of calmed it down for me. And then I was able to
Oh my God.
It keeps going. The story keeps going.
Yeah, we're not even close to being done. So we leave the bathroom, make it out, and
alive.
Struggle back to the room. Did we run into people at that time?
No,
No.
Not yet.
We make it back to the room.
Yeah.
From there, we had a pretty good time because we were on edibles. Let's keep it PG like that for a minute. So after that, see, we have these water bottles that we always take with us everywhere we refill them. They're glass, they're reusable. It's more
environmental friendly.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had a few of these in our refrigerator that we had in our room, and we went through them pretty quickly because you get dehydrated.
Yeah, cotton mouth.
Pretty. Yeah, real bad. So we were like guzzling these. Well, the station for refilling these bottles
is all the way downstairs.
Oh my God,
all
trek.
All the way.
All the staircases.
Yeah, all this like 6 staircases.
Oh, that's right. No elevator.
And no elevator. So it's literally 6 staircases because you have to.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah, it was terrible. So I look at Melissa and I said, I'll do it. I'll go.
I love you. I'll do anything for you. It means
you're my
water.
hero. You're my hero.
I mean, I've been using weed way longer than she has regularly, so I can function a little bit better.
Navigated, right?
Still, this amount of edibles that
she couldn't pee, bro. You had to go. Okay,
I know. How are you gonna? She couldn't even pee, so you got there. Of course,
she couldn't even do basic.
So, but as bad as she was, like I was still pretty wrecked by this stuff, and I'm more,
the mystery gummy.
Kind of
he's
stuff.
Like trying to climb the hill, like, all right, I got this, but he's still like,
so
I
grabbed.
He's like, my body's 1,000 pounds right now.
I grabbed these water bottles, and I'm like, okay, here we go, and I start heading out, and as I'm going out, of course, I run into somebody that's like, oh man, where'd you guys go? And I said, we took some edibles. He goes, totally get it. No problem. You guys
Do your thing.
do your thing. It's like, yeah. And so down
now,
the
if he was a real friend, he would be like, I'll go down there and get water for you.
Oh, he didn't know what he was doing.
No, but he was like, but he did you a favor too, because if the other people could have been up in your face, he was like, oh, okay, all right,
Yep. He was super chill about it. So down the stairs I go, all the flights, get to the water station, fill up the bottles, run into somebody else, same song and dance. Where'd you guys go? You coming back? I don't know. We took some edibles. We'll try to come back if we're able, but it's not looking good. Then like the climb up those stairs, they were so steep.
Oh God, I bet the climb was worse than going down.
Oh yeah, it was
going
terrible.
down's not bad.
I get back with waters in hand, and Melissa's in there, and she's
elated.
like,
You're my hero.
You're like a knight in shining armor.
I was like, you were so brave. You did such a great job. Like I was.
It was so funny.
And anyway, the night was amazing overall. You know, it just took a lot to get us over that hump of feeling all of this chaotic energy. But
I wish I knew how much you ate. It's a mystery edible. Did you discover?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah. So we called the next day.
You needed to know too. Yeah.
Right. We were like, did you mean, first of all, to give us lottery tickets and edibles? And they're like, yep, happy Thanksgiving. That was just because we were running late. And we're like, okay, great. Thank you. Next question.
Well, what exactly were those edibles? They were like, yeah, those were 20 milligrams.
20 milligrams each?
Yeah. But it was also made with distilled alcohol.
Okay.
And so that hits a lot harder.
Wait,
50.
No. Yeah.
It was a 50.
I'm
not
sorry.
50
not
milligrams
20.
is a lot.
50 milligrams sounds more like your experience is.
Yeah. No, it
I'm
was
sorry.
50. Yeah,
I don't
it was
know.
50.
20 milligrams can make some people feel like that.
And it was,
it was 50.
And it was, you
And
said
it was
they used distilled alcohol to make sugar, or it was gummies?
Yeah.
Or do you mean distillate?
Sugar.
Or do you mean distillate?
No, they mean alcohol.
No, the distilled alcohol to make the sugars.
So it's like a grain alcohol.
Yeah.
So they make it with like a Everclear or something like that. So it's even more potent.
Yeah, it increases the potency.
Probably more bioavailable, makes it more bioavailable. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought to compare those.
I was and the guys
I don't even bother with edibles
anymore.
anymore.
She doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't bother. She can't. She does edibles and it's nothing for her.
Oh,
I just don't bother.
She doesn't.
You have those enzyme issues.
Yeah, for sure. It's some shit.
She's like, don't remind me.
Yeah, no.
I hear these edible stories and I have such jealousy.
I just want one good edible story.
I want to feel this crazy.
I don't know, man. It could be like a little too much.
I want to feel. I want to
know
what it is.
Can you do mushrooms?
I want to eat the color.
Oh yeah, I love mushrooms.
Yeah, it's about like that.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know.
Sometimes
I feel my tolerance is like sky high now.
I've had very trippy experiences on edibles.
I've heard people having really trippy experiences on edibles.
Yeah, and because it is. Weed is
psychedelic.
Yeah,
psychedelic.
Psychoactive. Yeah.
I've also had really trippy experiences using just straight wax. Like that'll make you trip a bit.
Yeah, dabs are crazy.
And that was our interview with the Reimagine Success podcast, Melissa and Jesse. You can catch them here at that's right. I'm looking at the video portion of the show, but I do have to say it because for the not video portion.
Gets to see the video.
It's at Melissa Llewellyn, at Music Jesse B, at Reimagine Success Podcast. We got a few websites here. We got deadlycrimson.com, jessebeyonzi.com, and reimaginesuccesspod.com. We'll be posting all of their handles and stuff on our social media posts about the show. Follow them. They're wonderful. We had lots of fun with them.
Their podcast is good.
Hey, thank you guys for sticking around this far and listening. We appreciate your ears. And a special thank you goes out to all of our patrons like Yanni,
Destiny,
Lauren,
Jesse,
Christy,
April,
Shelby,
Denise,
Peaches,
Natalie,
Meredith,
Terry,
Angelina,
Jenny,
Catherine,
Amanda,
Jessica C,
Chrissy,
Diane,
and our newest in the rotation, tier patron,
Guillermo. We're going to act like he's not related to us in any way.
That's my brother, guys. He's so cute. He wanted to support.
That was very
he's
sweet.
Now a patron.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. They call him Bill, Guillermo.
No, Willie is
William?
what we called
Willie.
him growing up. Yeah.
That's such a that is one of the most interesting names to me.
Guillermo?
Yeah, you could slice that.
It's my dad's name and my brother's name.
Right, but Guillermo
And my grandfather's name.
Isn't Guillermo William in English?
Yeah, they say it's William
or
in Spanish.
whatever.
I don't know who said that. Like, I don't know how it translates to William, but that's what they say.
Yeah,
so
like
that's why
Richard
they always call
Dick.
my brother Willie as a kid,
Willie.
short for William.
Yeah,
and they even my dad's friends, like when he was younger,
called
him
yeah.
Willie too, though.
Willie.
Yeah.
Hey, you too can be celebrated, and we can, I mean, look, we go on vacations with our patrons. So
Zoom sessions,
Discord
channels.
Oh, we just incorporated a new Discord
I love our Discord. I'm trying to get it
into the
poppin'.
groove thing. I know, right? Trying not to get
because we got so used to chatting in the group chat and Instagram.
right,
So
which
it's
for
like
some
you gotta
reason is not working
transfer-
anymore.
It's not working. That's good. It's going to push everybody
To
to go to
Discord.
Discord. And
So if you weren't thinking about becoming a patron, if you like Discord and you're on there, we now have Discord benefits. Hey, come on down to our Patreon page and sign up. You get discounts. We got a couple of events coming up soon, so you get discounts
some
there
things
too.
in the works.
Hey, and if not, subscribe, rate, review, and share our content. PotSmokingMoms.com is a website.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
You guys want to see something cool? Oh, you're still recording?
Yeah, did you stop recording?
Yeah. Is it over?
It's over.